So imagine yourself waking up and the first question you actually ask yourself is, what if I die today? Now, I don't mean to sound morbid or anything like that, but just stay with me here for a second, right? Now, I've been reading this book, and it's called Tuesdays with Morrie. And Morrie is essentially a modest professor who gets diagnosed with ALS. Now, one of his prior students, who is wildly successful, actually comes back and visits him later on in life. And it's essentially him teaching his student, life lessons that he's learned in his life. And one of the lessons he teaches him is to go every day waking up and asking yourself this question, what if I die today? Now, any one of us, when you think about these things, you think about all the time you want to spend with your loved ones, or perhaps a lot of the different things that you wanted to do before you passed, right? And so when Morrie was actually confronted with this question, it was a very simplistic answer, right? And it was really surprising to the student because it wasn't anything crazy. He didn't want to go to Europe or travel anywhere crazy, right? Like a lot of us would think we would want to do, right? He actually had a simple day. He wanted to wake up. He wanted to work out to get his blood pumping throughout the day. And then he just wanted to enjoy the day, right? Just go through the day, visiting his friends and family, and just have a regular old day, a nice day, a nice walk, and just enjoying the day, right? And so his answer was just astonishing, right? But you come to find out later on throughout the book that there's a reason for this, right? Because when you are facing death, right, you start to really pick up on really subtle little things in life, right? You really start to appreciate the beauty in things. And he would describe a lot of the different things, right? Just walking, right? Because that was one of the things he wanted to do during that day, is to just walk and enjoy the breeze and enjoy the, hearing the leaves, crumple as you walk through the leaves, and just enjoying life and the colors and just the way life is. And a lot of us don't think about that stuff, right? A lot of us get so caught up in chasing, right, and trying to go out and achieve all these different things. And although that is good, and I think everybody should want to do that in life, but it's like, changing gears almost a little bit and realizing that yes, you can do these things, but you should still really appreciate life, right? You should still really want to take a moment and disconnect and unplug from a lot of different things and appreciate those things around you. And Morrie goes through these lessons, and that's essentially what it's all about, right? Is just trying to understand that you need to appreciate life. Like when life comes to an end, we all start realizing this, or perhaps you've had a close encounter with death and you start realizing this, that it comes down to the simple things, right? It doesn't come down to the complexities of trying to go run a business, or her complexities of writing a book, or having a family, all these other different things. Just really simplifying and enjoying what happens, right? Enjoying the experiences, enjoying the relationships that you have, and making the best of those, right? Because if we spend too much time actually chasing specific things in our life, like maybe you want to hit a specific dollar amount in your business, or you want to, become this great athlete, or become this great musician, or become all these other different things, you get caught up in that chase. But in the end, right, all those materialistic things, all the money and all that other stuff, it's not there when you're gone. And that the only people that are actually there, right, especially in Morrie's particular situation, right? My father's particular situation, when you're in that position, all you want is family. All you want is those people who truly love you to be there. And if you are this kind of person that goes out and just chases, right? If you're out there for the chase to acquire all these different things, you'll find out that you'll be alone. At that point in your life, you could possibly be alone. And all those material things will not bring you joy and happiness, but that if you don't live your day in this manner, right, understanding and waking up saying, what if I die today? One of the first things you're going to say is that you're going to want to spend time with your friends and family. You should have experiences with your friends and family. Understand that that's really where it counts. that these people are who love you and look up to you and care for your well-being, and to look out for these people and to spend time with them as much as possible, right? And not, push it off to a later date, especially if you come with that mindset, right? Because there is no guarantee for tomorrow. So I myself have actually been thinking about this concept a lot over the past couple months, and I'm really starting to appreciate the small things, right? And I try to not pull away from that, because a lot of times I myself do get caught up in the chase and wanting to acquire, specific success in my life. And again, you lose that. And so I've always tried to make myself grounded, especially more again as of late, because you forget about those things, right? And a lot of times you have to essentially audit yourself and tell yourself, hey, there are other things in life that mean more, right? And this is what's really important when you again are looking back in your life, possibly looking from your deathbed, right? You want to be able to say, hey, I have time to say goodbye to those I love, and have all those who do love you come to your bedside, right? Maybe you'll have a lot of people, maybe there'll be nobody there, and that's ultimately what you want to view, right? And that's ultimately where this question comes from. So the best thing to do is to appreciate those relationships you have and really let those people know, right? Let them know on a daily basis, right? There's nothing wrong with that, right? Saying, hey, I'm thinking about how you're doing today, right? It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just to show that you appreciate them, to show that they're there, know that you appreciate their time that they spent, throughout your life, and that you do care a lot for them. And so take this concept, take this idea, and every time you wake up in the morning, ask yourself this question: what if I died today? What would you really be looking for? What would it be stripped down to? All those material things that maybe you're chasing, those ideas, that success, that was stripped all away. What is left? You find that what is left is just those relationships, those people around you, being around other people, that touch, that feeling, that beauty all around us. The relationships, that's really what matters. That's really what makes you feel good during times like that. So just remember that. Take that for what it's worth. Apply it to your life. Wake up every day and ask yourself this question, because I know I will.